Bonjour, salut, comment ça va? Moi, ça va très bien, merci. Okay, so I thought I would do some little videos to help us carry on learning French whilst we're all at home during lockdown. But I thought we've not been able to sing this whole time since September. So how about we sing our hello song? Now, I don't know if any of you can remember it. It's been quite a long time since we did it. Shall we try and remember? Let's have our hello hands. Bonjour, 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 bonjour. Comment ça va? Comment ça va? Ça va bien, merci. Ça va bien, merci. Au revoir. Au revoir. Excellent! I hope that came back to you as you were singing along. Now, we are going to be carrying on with our topic of food, and we did a few weeks about food before Christmas. And last week, hopefully all of you had a chance to have a go at the Kahoot quiz that I set for you. So you've had a bit of a reminder of some of the food words we were learning from our story. And today we're going to be moving on to talking about foods that we like and foods that we don't like. But before we look at the words for I like and I don't like, we need to remind ourselves about masculine and feminine nouns in French. Again, it's something we don't have in English, isn't it? So it's a little bit different. But we just have to remember that some nouns in French are masculine. And that doesn't just mean that those nouns are for boys. Okay, they are for girls as well. And some nouns are feminine. And again, it doesn't mean that those are just for girls. They're for boys as well. But we just have to remember some are masculine, some are feminine. And we've got different words for the in French if the word is masculine or if it is feminine. So I've written them down here for us to remind us. So if our word is masculine, we're going to say le, le, le. So for example, if we were talking about the cheese, le fromage, le fromage. Or if we were talking about bread, le pain, le pain. And I think we can all remember the word for bread, can't we? Because we've talked about pain au chocolat before. We like having pain au chocolat for breakfast, some of us, don't we? So le pain, so bread. Le, if our noun is masculine. Now, on the other hand, if our noun is feminine, we change it to la. So the word for the, if our noun is feminine, is la. So for example, la soupe, la soupe, la soupe. Okay, la soupe. So le if it is masculine, la if it is feminine. It's going to change again though, isn't it, if our noun is plural. Do we all remember what plural means? So it's if there's more than one of something, isn't it? So if we were talking about apples or pears, so when there's more than one of something. And I wonder if any of you can remember what we changed the word to if it's plural. Let's see, did anybody remember? Les. It's les, isn't it? Now remember, of course, at the end of our words in French, we can't hear consonants. They're silent, aren't they? So we're not going to say les, we're going to say les. Les. So if we were saying the bananas, les bananes. Les bananes. Okay? And this is very important to remember because when we start saying our sentences for foods that we like and don't like, we're going to need to use the words le, la, and les, because the French say I like the cheese, I like the ice cream, I like the apples. Okay, so remember le, la, and les. So let's move on to saying I like. So my question is going to be, qu'est-ce que tu aimes manger? Qu'est-ce que tu aimes manger? What do you like to eat? Now, To say I like, let's put our thumbs up because it's a happy thing. Shall we say j'aime? J'aime. J'aime. Now, j'aime means I like. J'aime. Can you do it really quietly? Whisper it. J'aime. 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 Now, really loudly. J'aime. J'aime. Well done. Now, I'm just going to write it down because, of course, we know that French phonics are different to English phonics. So when we say something, it often looks very different to how it's written in French. So here is how we write I like. J'aime. 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 I always think the word here, M, just sounds like the letter doesn't it? If we say the letter in English, M. J'aime. J'aime. So, if I wanted to say I like cheese, which is le fromage, we've just seen it's masculine, we're going to say j'aime le fromage. J'aime le fromage. Okay? If we wanted to say I like bread, j'aime le pain. J'aime le pain. Oh, now what about, can anybody remember from when we did animals back in year 3? The word for fish. Le poisson. Le poisson. So if you wanted to say that you like fish, you like eating fish, j'aime le poisson. J'aime le poisson. Okay? So let's move on to something feminine this time. So we've just had la soupe. La soupe. So if we wanted to say I like soup, j'aime la soupe. J'aime la soupe. Now, we also saw in our story last half term about brioche. Now, we use the same word in English, don't we? Now, that's also feminine. So we could say j'aime la brioche. J'aime la brioche. We're doing rather well, aren't we? J'aime la brioche. So, moving on to things that are plural then. Our j'aime is not going to change. We just have to change it to les. Les. So I like bananas. J'aime les bananes. J'aime les bananes. Now also from our story, because I've not got lots and lots of different fruits, if we wanted to say from our story, I like pears. Do you remember the word for pear? Poire. Well done, poire. So we're going to keep it as les poires because it's plural. J'aime les poires. J'aime les poires. Right, now then, have a little go yourself. So we've got our plums from our story. Can you remember the word for plums? Les prunes. Well done if you remembered les prunes. So I would like you to have a little go and think, how would you say I like plums? I'll give you just a moment. Okay, let's see. Did you come up with j'aime les prunes? J'aime les prunes. Well done if you did. J'aime les prunes. Right, our next fruit in the story. Oh, can we remember strawberries? This was one of our favourite ones, wasn't it? So it's les fraises. Les fraises. So could you write I like strawberries, or could you say I like strawberries? Okay, have you managed to work out that it's j'aime les fraises? J'aime les fraises. Okay, well done if you did. Now then, another one in the story. greedy dog. He ate through les cornichons, didn't he? That's our little pickles, les cornichons. Now we keep them as plural, les cornichons. Would you be able to work out how to say I like pickles? I like pickles. Have you worked out j'aime les cornichons? J'aime les cornichons. Very well done if you did. Now, let's keep this card up. So, if we change this to ice cream, we had to learn about an ice cream cone. If we just say ice cream is feminine. So, if it is feminine, first of all, is it going to be le, la, or les? Have a little think. If it's feminine, le, la, or les? Hopefully, you've all worked out it's la, because it's feminine la. So, if it's ice cream, which is glace, it's la glace. La glace. So how would you say I like ice cream? J'aime la glace. J'aime la glace. Well done. Now, what about cake? Do we remember the word for cake? And it's masculine as well, just to give you a little hint. It's masculine. So it's le gâteau. Le gâteau. So how would you say I like cake? J'aime le gâteau. J'aime le gâteau. Well done. Now I'm just going to do one last one with oranges. So we've got plural again. So can you remember which is our word for the if we're talking about something that's plural when there's more than one? Now hopefully you've all chosen les at the bottom. Now do you remember a few minutes ago I said we don't say the S on the end, do we? And we didn't hear it. Les pommes, les prunes, les fraises. It's going to actually be said this time because orange starts with a vowel. So just to make it easier to say, we're going to say that S on the end. So, j'aime les oranges. J'aime les oranges. Okay? J'aime les oranges. Right. Now, for your home learning this week, what I would like you to have a go at doing is writing, I'm going to say 8 sentences about foods that you like eating. So all of your sentences are going to start with the verb j'aime. J'aime. And then you can choose 8 different fruits to tell me that you like eating them. You are going to have to remember, does our food need a le? Does it need a la? Or does it need a les? Now I will send some words to help you, okay? And you can use the words that we were learning before Christmas as well in our story. So I hope you managed to do that and I look forward to reading all of your sentences. Au revoir.